Yes, you heard that right. You read that right. Holy cow. Quant selected by Oracle, confirming the research. We've been talking about these possibilities when it comes to Oracle and Project Stargate 2025 and the Quant connection. But this time around, you're going to see Quant literally be mentioned by name from Oracle numerous times. This is a major, huge announcement. Whether it's Channing, other people blowing up my phone, sending me messages in my inbox stating, holy cow, it's a real thing. And do we see price action in that regard? Yes, we did definitely see that. So all we kindly ask you to do is smash that like if you haven't done so already. Consider sticking to the end of this one. This is one you don't want to miss. But whatever case be, watching 2x speed, there's chapters, you know the drill. Before we get into the material, this helps benefit the channel, and that is the Decent wallet. Not your keys, not your crypto. Get yourself a significant discount on the Decent wallet. Take self-custody of your crypto. If an exchange goes down, you don't want to be left in a situation where you don't have access to what you own. Let's play that and we'll come right back. If managing your crypto feels like solving a puzzle, it's time to switch to Decent Wallet. So just a few taps, you can manage, track, and secure your crypto with unmatched ease. And here's the best part. Grab your Decent Wallet at a discounted price by using the referral link below. Don't miss out on making your crypto experience smoother and more secure. All right, welcome back. So let's jump into this. This first comes from LinkedIn. And believe it or not, from the one and only Gilbert Verdian. As we pull this up on your screen, Gilbert has this announcement, and shout out to Quant Papa for quite a few links and some of the visuals. Gilbert states literally 1 day ago, yesterday, he says, one of our long-standing partners, Oracle, announced the launch of Oracle Blockchain Platform Digital Assets Edition, which is referred to as OBPDA. Gilbert also goes on to mention that this leverages Quant's technology to enable a secure, programmable, and highly interoperable digital economy. Oracle Blockchain Platform Digital Assets Edition is an enterprise-grade solution designed to streamline the development and deployment of digital assets applications to create, and look what it says, unified ledgers. How many times did we talk about this a while back? But nonetheless, confirming it. As leaders in distributed ledger technology, interoperability, and payment programmability, we have the technical expertise, strategic insight, and extensive experience to help deliver Oracle's vision for digital assets. We will be supporting them across a few areas, or key areas: programmable and conditional payments, security and compliance, and interoperability, and of course orchestration. How many times did you hear Channing, myself, and many other people in this space talk about how Quant Network will be the orchestrator of it all? Yes, we're talking about how they are the orchestration harmonizing ISO 222 within that ecosystem itself. So at the end of the day, what is Gilbert referencing here? Well, it's basically this: Oracle Blockchain Platform Digital Assets Edition. And on the left side, you see emphasis on NFTs. And that's where it's at for me. You know, Channing, the way I look at it is, you know, it's the whole concept here of QRC 721. Okay, so again, I want to get some of your thoughts about this because we've been talking about QRC 721, and literally you see here NFT. You know, I think if anything, we're starting to see this actually finally come together.
Yes, we definitely are. When reading through that article, you literally see Overledger in motion. Like every single thing that you've heard Quant and you've heard Gilbert and different people of the team talk about what Overledger does and the different things like the real-time tokenization that they've come out with, talking about the supply chain tracking, everything. When you read through that, you see that they're literally utilizing Overledger at its fullest capability. And it's incredible that they have come out and now deemed and said, we are using this technology because this technology is the best. Like it's incredible. And to know that literally those QRC 20 tokens literally are the tokens for Quant Network's overledger. What they're talking about in this, like, but people say that QNT won't be used. Like, I kick it back to you, brother. I don't see how anybody can flood Quant at this point at all.
Well, here's the thing. You and I, in our X space with Sebastian and a few other people, we pointed out like that, Hyperledger doesn't have a token. Google doesn't have a token. But let's put a focus on Hyperledger, because when we get further into this outline, you will see Hyperledger literally named a few times in the same breath with Quant and Oracle. So to a sense, you are getting a Hyperledger token in the form of a QRC20 token. All right, what about the NFT side of things? QRC 721. All right, so secure NFTs, the Quant Network standard of NFTs in itself. And we've done so many deep dives about this in the past. And maybe at the end of this video, you'll see a card end screen that will take you there. But whatever the case be, we want to get more into this and why it matters. So I'm telling you flat out, guys, like what you're going to see in a thumbnail or saw in a thumbnail, this is the biggest news for Quant in 2025. Absolutely, 100% moving forward. Call it bombshell. I know some people say that's hype. Hey, guess what? This is confirmed research. This is awesome to say the least. So getting further into this, let's pull up this other thing that we have. And yeah, this is crazy. We say this for all you guys that are still tuned in. Constellation DAG and Quant, hear me out. Shout out to Quant Papa for the key finding. Why, again, is it important? So you see here with the Telegram conversation, emphasis on the gentleman in the bottom left. We'll get into who he is in just a bit, but he says, for example, we are just now being pulled in. We actually, as of this morning, got a line open to Elon, so we will see how that shapes up. What? Huh? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in the background, everybody. And if you're wondering who is this guy, well, look what it says here. You see here that, NIST is referenced. And in our research that we've done in the past, the reason why we put so much emphasis on this is because NIST is part of ISO TC307, the Quant Network standard, for crying out loud. And just in case you're wondering, like, well, why do you even point out any of this stuff? Again, this was a video, not a lot of people watched it, from 2 years ago, an update on federal engagements. Think about this. Think about this. My goodness. Think about what is going on with Elon Musk and the whole thing of DOGE. No, we're not talking about the meme token, but that might be used. I'm so glad I hold some DOGE too, believe it or not. Right? Again, it is a joke going to come into fruition. But again, it's Quant, Constellation DAG, like, this is crazy stuff. But whatever the case be, we know that DOGE stands for the Department of Governmental Efficiency. This is aging well. It's aging incredibly well. I will kick it back to you for a second here, because even before I play it, Channing, I want people to understand that we are seeing like forces behind the scenes from years ago, and now it's like everybody's talking to each other, brother. I mean, I know some of you guys don't like us getting hype in our voice, but guess what? We're going to do it sometimes because we are proud that we shared this research with you guys. What people consider too much speculation, now you get confirmation. If you stick around to this end of this outline, you're going to see by mention, word for word, not TC307, but actually Quant. Kick it over to you.
So with the Constellation DAG, that actually ties directly into Simba. And if people don't remember what Simba is a blockchain, basically creation company for other companies, right? And they have so many things they've already done. They've created a blockchain for the Army, the Navy, the Marines, Space Force, the Department of Defense, the Australian, I believe it's the Australian Minister's Department of Defense as well. Like, they literally have a 20-year federal contract building out every federal blockchain. They're tied directly also with Constellation DAG. And think about with government efficiency, what's going to make the government more efficient than running on blockchain? Understand what that means. Like, it is absolutely insane that the things that we have been speculating on is coming to fruition right in front of our eyes. It is absolutely crazy, man. Like, for real. But I kick it back over to you, brother.
Yeah, the way I look at it is crazy, and you guys are more than welcome, of course, to watch that old video. But again, the reason why we're sharing this with you guys, we'll just quickly jump back and forth on here. You see this gentleman, all right? So who is this particular gentleman? Well, basically speaking, he is Chief Strategy Officer Benjamin Diggles. All right, so jump back to the previous frame. Diggles having a conversation. Gee, Quant Network, Gilbert, Verdian, so on. Interesting to see this because we know about the partnership of Constellation DAG and also the Quant Network. It's just been, like not a lot of stuff comes out. Now all of a sudden stuff comes out. Why? Because let's face it, they were working on some things in the past. I will play just a brief couple minutes. I want you to hear this. This is actually pretty good, and we'll jump right back. Here we go.
To the Defense Innovation Unit. 2 weeks prior to that, I was literally on the phone with Secretary of Defense office presenting Iron Spider. I am at the top of the top working with folks that really want to push this forward, but you can't just skip past something that I believe would be a detriment if technologies aren't vetted through these respectable programs. So the vision of the Universal Blockchain Toolkit, or KIT, if you want to call it Iron Spider, these are all interoperable names for this open mission-critical blockchain and crypto infrastructure sandbox vision. And there's more names on here that we've been adding over time that I haven't really kept this up because we don't need to expose them at this time.
Don't need to expose them at this time, Channing. Why don't you need to expose this at this time? Why is it that something that they've been working all this time, brother? They've been working behind the scenes. We've seen this now. This just confirms everything. Great catch from Quant Papa. Thank you, Quant Papa. If you're listening to this, like, we always appreciate you, brother. You're like the Arthur Brito of Quant. Like, you're just behind the scenes, but whatever the case be, I know we're kicking it back and forth to each other, but I gotta get a little bit more of your own key takeaways, guys. I'm telling you flat out, this is one of the most solid confirmations we've seen in recent years. Yeah, go ahead.
He said it right there. Interoperable solution. What, per the UK government, is the only true interoperable DLT in the world? Overledger, per their own mouths. It's crazy, right? So now you hear him talking about them tapping into. We already have done the research where we already have tied both the Gilbert and the head guy at Constellation DAG on the stage together, having a press conference together, talking about the partnership between Quant and DAG. And now seeing that DAG is using an interoperable solution. Who are they using? Overledger. Brother, people don't understand. And if you don't see the writing on the wall, then I feel sorry for you. That's all I can say, brother. But I kick it back over to you.
Fair enough. Listen, the moment you've been waiting for, we understand that you want to literally see word for word, but this is what we do with the outlines. Everybody wants, just like I should say, everybody, there's a certain amount of people who just want a YouTube short. We don't really do this on this channel. We actually provide deep dive research. You get that fluffy fluff anywhere. Anyway, with that said, so we're gonna take you over to this, and this is really cool. So straight from Oracle, what do we have? It's this right here. This is the bombshell that everybody's talking about right now. And basically speaking, Oracle blockchain blog, straight from blogs.oracle.com. If you want to read the whole thing, Unveiling Oracle blockchain platform, digital assets edition, accelerate innovation in finance and other industries. Is this recent, Max? Absolutely. February 12th, yesterday. 12-minute read. We're not going to get to the whole read about this, but Channing wanted me to highlight some key things here. And basically speaking, for one, before I get into his highlight, it's, look what it says. Bank for International Settlements, leading voices, global financial system have begun discussing Finternet, once again, Finternet and unified ledgers. So there's that. All right, what about this announcement? Well, again, understand, look what it says in regards to bank-grade distributed ledger infrastructure with pre-packaged smart contracts. Hello? You know, Channing, back to the whole thing that we've been talking about for quite some time now, of this whole thing of infrastructure with pre-packaged smart contracts. Pre-packaged means like your make.coms, 0 lines of code, your Zapier, 0 lines of code.
Absolutely.
Right. Pipeline, there's a little bit of code that if you're a developer, right? So this aged well. Getting a little bit more into this, let's pull up a little bit that, you know, makes sense. APIs, powerful indexing, database capabilities. I mean, database indexing. I mean, indexing sounds like, you know, the Google, like how Google is. Google is the world's largest indexing platform. So OBPDA is an extension of industry-leading Oracle blockchain platform. All right, I'm gonna just jump to, you know, some of this stuff because I mean, this is really something. So does it mention Quant by name? Well, yes. You have cross-ledger interoperability and unified ledger architecture, combining Oracle blockchain platform of X/Open XA standard with two-phase commit, 2PC, and powerful orchestration. How many times did we talk about ISO TC307 being the orchestrator? And look what it says, provided by Quant Network's overledger enables cross-ledger operations workflows required to implement a unified ledger architecture, helping to overcome blockchain fragmentation and preserve singleness of money. All right, I'm going to jump back for a second. I know we're doing a lot of back and forth, brother, but remember just recently we did the video showing that Augustine Carstens pointed out that they're not going to, you know, the business is not going to go with bricks. And he mentioned specifically due to like things like, you know, not just the sanctions, but fragmentation. Boom, fragmentation. I mean, there's so many key words here that simply make sense to me. I don't know if you wanted to comment on that or I could just go further into this, but you're more than welcome to.
Look, if you go ahead, keep going.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. So we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to pull this back up a little bit more about, does it mention Quant? Absolutely does. How about this part? Look at this. I mean, this is just, look at this. It shows scenarios of Bank A and Bank B. Look what it mentions in regards to what you see here about the atomic DVP transaction. I don't know if you guys remember this in the past. There was a guy from the RLN specifically mentioned that if you can solve delivery versus payment, that's the biggest deal moving forward. Okay, so Quant solves that? The bond ownership has or was transferred to Bob on the primary bond marketplace, while Alice got paid in Bank A deposit tokens after Bank B burned their deposit tokens and transferred to the corresponding amount Bank A wholesale CBDC ledger, enabling Bank A to mint the same amount of their deposit token transferred to Alice. External orchestrator, Quant Network's overledger. There you go, guys. Boil that, mash that, stick it in the stew. We have talked about this for the numerous times, showed you evidence in the past of TC307, and some of you guys stated that you just want to say Quant. But this is not a case, Channing, anymore of how do you say Quant without saying Quant. This is a case of it says Quant. You know what I mean?
Brother, look at it. The central bank, it's everything. The commercial banks. Literally, overledger sits on top of it. That's why it's called overledger. Wholesale CBDCs, retail CBDCs. This is absolutely insane. We're talking about tokenized assets. When you read through this, you'll see it talks about tokenizing land. It talks about tokenizing stocks, tokenizing treasuries, tokenizing bonds. It literally goes over everything we've been talking about. It's talking about tokenizing properties, tokenizing art. Inside of this whole article, it's insane, right? Okay, this is a real key point that I want to make really fast. Understand this. A man named Larry Ellison. He is the 4th richest man in the world. And he is the co-founder of Oracle. He is the executive chairman, and he is the current CTO, which stands for Chief Technical Officer of Oracle. These are the people that Quant and Gilbert Verdian has coupled themselves with. People talk a lot about Elon, but understand, yes, he's the richest, but number 4 is nothing to sneeze your nose at. We're talking about a little north of $200 billion that is now coupled with Quant Network publicly. Understand that. But I kick it back over to you, brother.
You see, guys, this is what I love about Channing. He does the summary so, like, just to be able to just spit those facts. That's why people appreciate you. Guys, if you haven't done so already, you need to go over and type in on YouTube at King Channing, and you'll see his channel. It says Channing Herald. That's who he is. And give him a, subscribe to this brother, man. I mean, he's so passionate about quant, covers Hedera, XRP, and some of these other projects I cover as well. But, obviously this is over on your platform. It's on both of ours, but by all means do it. Support people in this space that provide you great research. So we're going to kick a little bit more into this and why it matters. Look what it also says here. Figure 2, unified ledger architecture with what? Quant Network's overledger. I mean, how much more to the point can you get, right? All right, a little bit more about this. Let's pull this up as well. Quant is delighted with the launch of Oracle Blockchain Platform Digital Assets Edition. We have partnered with Oracle not only to bring the concept of unified ledger to life, but also to enable seamless interoperability for Oracle's platform for implementations of assets and regulated networks, such as Regulated Liability Network, RLN. Said who? Gilbert Verdian, Quant Network CEO and founder. Quote, as champions of blockchain interoperability, it's like you're going to feel like a champion in the future for holding some QNT. But we look forward to contributing to the next stage of its evolution by enabling digital assets to seamlessly integrate with both existing networks, current financial infrastructure, and for institutional clients. This is key as it addresses the challenge of securely connecting, orchestrating, and programming the movement of money and assets across multiple networks of value. My goodness. And again, by partnering with Quant to create a unified ledger, Oracle is driving the next wave of blockchain interoperability, ensuring that digital assets can seamlessly integrate with both blockchain networks and traditional financial systems. That is absolutely massive. Now, earlier, if you go to the top of this outline, okay, I suggest that you do it. There's a highlight that's basically, I want to say a little bit further down here, and it takes you over to what the BIS's response is, okay? So I'm going to take you to this, and it's an old reference, believe it or not, from the BIS, the Future Monetary System, from Vision to Reality. Now, this all started off with that vision from a keynote speech from Augustine Carstens, right? The general manager of the BIS. All right, again, November 2023. Did this age well? Absolutely did. Watch what it, or look at what it share, look at what we're sharing here. Okay, so to harness the full benefits of tokenization, we need all the components to work together seamlessly. Like, does that not match up with the announcement of yesterday? The key here is to guarantee that the digital asset networks are interconnected and interoperable. We went from vision, let me come back in a frame. Guys, come on, listen to me, listen. We went from vision in November of 2023 with this concept of the Internet to RLN stage with all these test pilots and so on, like what Channing mentioned in his video. I highly recommend seeing his video where he's talking about, we had Project Hamilton, we had,
Absolutely.
Project Enbridge. I mean, all these projects, Agora, and so on. Why was that? Because you had to fully test to see if there was any vulnerabilities. And if there was, then people aren't going to get on board with it, especially with the institutions and so on. So we went from that to where we're at now.
They had to create that evidence that we were talking about in the other video, in that paper from the BIS, needing that, like I think Augustine Carson said it, the evidence. That's what they were doing. That's exactly what they did.
Right, that yellow paper, yes, and we just talked about that in the previous video. Before we kick it into, coming to an end of this video, I want to share this with you guys too. Again, update from overledger and so on. I don't know if this was from Quant Papa or if this is from Sebastian, but shout out to both of these guys. So what we have from docs.overledger.dev is what you see here in regards to digital currency sandbox. This is new stuff. So on the left side, you see read token balance, read bond information, so on and so forth. Again, all this adds up with what Oracle has. So that sandbox, for the creation of digital currencies as well as digital bonds or multiple ledgers, the sandbox allows all of the digital or issue digital currencies and bonds to be interoperable, meaning that they can be swapped atomically if required. And this includes wholesale CBDCs. And again, that's the thing also referenced from Oracle. So this document, if you want to call it that, like I said, updated 22 hours ago, matches what is on the Oracle site and also the Quant Network site. This is a huge deal moving forward, to say the least. All right, in closing, we realize that there's a lot in the material. If you want to watch or read all of it, you know, and make it a case of, I guess you could say, Ferris Bueller's Day Off with Ben Stein, you're welcome to. Or you could just watch this brief documentary style AI clip that Shani and I are bringing to you, making learning fun. And basically speaking, we have a summary. And the summary is of Oracle Blockchain Platform Digital Assets Edition. Why is this so important? And what does it mean for Oracle and Quant moving forward? We're going to play that right now, and then we'll come back.
In the rapidly evolving landscape of the digital economy, tokenization stands at the forefront, reshaping the financial sector through the introduction of digital assets such as central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, stablecoins, and tokenized securities. This transformation is not without its challenges, particularly the siloed nature of current tokenization initiatives, which restricts the portability of assets across isolated ledgers. The vision of a finternet and the pursuit of unified ledgers, as proposed by the Bank for International Settlements, BIS, aim to create a more integrated and seamless financial ecosystem. Oracle's launch of the Oracle Blockchain Platform Digital Assets Edition, OBPDA, addresses these challenges by streamlining the development and deployment of digital asset applications. With pre-packaged smart contracts, APIs, and a robust blockchain infrastructure, OBPDA enhances innovation and efficiency, significantly reducing the costs and complexities associated with blockchain application development. This platform not only supports the movement of assets across different ledgers, but also lays the groundwork for a unified financial system. The potential use cases for OBPDA are vast. In the realm of CBDCs, it can facilitate wholesale transactions, improving interbank payments, and the implementation of monetary policy. Additionally, the tokenization of financial instruments such as deposit tokens and bonds can lead to more secure and efficient transactions. Real-world assets, RWAs, including real estate and luxury goods, can also benefit from tokenization, offering improved liquidity and traceability while serving as collateral. Technologically, OBPDA is built on Hyperledger Fabric, enhanced with Oracle's capabilities and offered as a managed service in the Oracle Cloud infrastructure. The platform includes a low-code blockchain app builder for generating smart contracts and APIs, as well as comprehensive indexing and analytics tools for real-time insights. Its integration with Quant Network's overledger ensures interoperability, allowing seamless cross-ledger operations that connect blockchain with traditional financial systems. The collaboration between Oracle and Quant Network represents a significant advancement in digital asset management. For Quant, this partnership enhances visibility and validation of its interoperability solutions, potentially attracting new enterprise clients and expanding its market presence. The licensing of overledger for use within OBPDA could also generate substantial revenue, particularly as financial institutions increasingly seek to adopt digital assets. For Oracle, the integration of Quant's technology strengthens its blockchain offerings, providing a competitive edge in the enterprise blockchain market. This strategic positioning not only helps retain existing customers, but also attracts new ones interested in exploring digital asset solutions. As both companies work together to ensure regulatory compliance and establish new standards in digital asset management, they are poised to influence the direction of blockchain technology in regulated sectors. In conclusion, the partnership between Oracle and Quant Network is set to reshape the digital asset landscape, enhancing their technological capabilities and expanding their market reach. This collaboration promises to drive innovation in payment systems and asset management, establishing both companies as key players in the future of enterprise blockchain and digital assets.
I love that thing. It does a good job of summarizing and getting to the point.
Absolutely.
I know that you have some closing thoughts. I would love to hear it from you, sir.
Okay, you guys, you have to remember this. Now, just watching that video, and it just showed how they're offering that to their clients. Understand, Oracle has 430,000 customers globally, 430,000 companies that they offer their tech stacks, solutions, and now blockchain solutions. And understand that once these companies start building, they will be building on top of overledger. Now, taking it even a step further and understanding that TC307, which is the standard for building on blockchain, and now understand that overledger is the enterprise standard for building on blockchain. Oracle is just the first, but it is not the last. There's going to be multiple announcements, and you're going to see, after this especially, overledger and Quant Network named by name, because they are the standard, the global standard for enterprise to build on blockchain. I'm gonna leave it there. Go ahead, brother. Kick it back over to you.
And oh, let's not also forget that, yeah, JP Morgan, they got this collaboration with Oracle, and, it's like, and Oracle, this whole thing of their infrastructure and the collaboration with Quant Network.
Absolutely. And then also know in that article, they mentioned the RLN, and JP Morgan was a part of the RLN. Like another connection, because I didn't even realize Oracle was a part of RLN up until reading that article. They were right there the whole time as well, alongside all the banks.
Well, guys, there you have it. From speculation to confirmation.
Absolutely.
Feels good at the end of the day to see some of this. So, as the saying goes, know what you have, know why you hold it. The research trumps FUD 110%. We do have that code word for you if you listen to the entire outline and simply type this into the comments, and that is King Channing for the win. And we'll know that you listened to the entire outline. On behalf of myself and King Channing, which, by the way, that's his channel, aka Channing Harrell, we really appreciate you guys tuning in to these outlines. And with that also said, we will see you on the next one.